downstairs on just a regular, it's like a Saturday or Sunday morning, and you and Dad and Mom were all sitting around, and Mom was like kind of crying, and then they like saw me, and they had me sit down, and Mom started like crying more, and she started off by saying how like she feels like a terrible mother and she's so sorry, and I just had no like idea what she was talking about, and I just felt like bad for her because I was like, what's going on? Like, just tell me.
You're not a terrible mother.
Yeah, like chill, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then she was just like, I don't know what she said, but she just like told me that she had a husband and a son before and he died. That's really all I got at that time. And then like, I feel like she didn't do too much more talking. She was just upset. I think you probably filled me in a little bit more. And then it was just like weird tension. And then we all kind of went about our own things. And then I just went shopping with her, like, because I process things slow. So I just didn't really, she's like, weird, okay, I guess. I don't know. And then we just like went shopping. And then I remember driving home and I started really thinking about it. And I started thinking about how like the fact that like she probably had like a better life before, and then she had a son that she like really loved, and now he's gone, and like I'm just like the next thing, the moving on of that.
Yeah.
And I just kind of started to cry, and then she was just like asked me like what was up, and it's like it was about what she told me earlier that day, and I was just like, yeah. And then she told me that if I ever wanted to talk about it that we could, but kind of didn't feel that way, and I kind of wasn't ready to do that. So I never did, and we never talked about it again.
So how old were you when you got married the first time?
22.
22? Okay. So it was in college?
Yeah.
Okay. And you were married for how many years?
3.
3. What was his name? I know. I'm sorry.
Larry.
Larry? Larry what?
Just Larry.
Just Larry? Wow. Gotta ask him.
You're making me drive fast.
There's Mom.
Cooking macaroni.
Mom and Henry. Wyatt. Benjamin. One of those is right there. That's a beautiful profile. Isn't that something right there? There's our first picture of Henry in polka dots. What do you think, Henry? You're a cute little guy, aren't you? Ooh. What a package.
Okay, that's enough.
Mommy's so good in the picture with Mommy together.
Joseph Henry. Day 2.
Don't frown.
Sam, one day old, September 26th. Born on September 25th at 5:47.
It's getting so big.
See my big feet?
Oh.
does me asking these questions make you feel when I do ask?
Well, it's just, brings back stuff that I don't think I do think about it, but I don't vocalize
You
it.
don't vocalize it. Why don't you, like, what's the fear in vocalizing it?
Stirring up old memories and emotions,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you feel like it's stuff you've, like, dealt with, or is it still stuff that kind of seeps in?
Yes and no,
Seems in.
It's always like, you just have things that bring you back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it feels like the older I get, the more that tends to happen. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a
You know?
formative part of your life, and I think,
Well, and with a lot of things, like I've lost 4 best friends,
yeah.
female best friends,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have other friends now, and they're like almost as old as me, and their parents are still alive, and I'm like, it's weird, and I don't know how. I don't know.
This is as close as I could come to a thesis statement. Dear Mom, I set out in making this to force myself to have a very specific conversation with you that I was afraid to have. My part of the story, or at least why I'm telling it, took me a long time to figure out. I want to start by saying that you were one of the strongest and most caring people I know. I'm so sorry you lost a husband and a son when you were younger. And I'm sorry you didn't feel you had anyone but me that you could share that with. Thank you for telling me. For a long time when I was younger, I resented you for making me carry that knowledge around with me. Couldn't talk about it with anyone. I saw my existence as a side effect of you losing your family, and I wasn't equipped to carry that around. Thank you for being willing to have a conversation with me again. I'm proud of us. Love, Henry.
Well, and part of the reason too, Henry, you got to realize is like when people know that I lost a child,
Yeah.
they don't know what to say, they don't know what to do, and I don't expect them to say or do anything.
No, I know.
And lots of times, especially now because I have 2 people that I work with, we eat lunch together every day. They're
Yeah.
great teachers. And 2 of them have Stella's gonna be 2, and Amanda's pregnant again. And Karen has like a 9-month-old or 10-month-old, I
Yeah.
forget. So there's a lot of baby talk and even birthing talk
Yeah.
and all that kind of thing. I can never share a story about him because they would all just get quiet.
Yeah.
I can't do it. So that is also helps you to bury it to
Yeah.
a degree. You know what I mean?
No, and I know it's hard to talk about, and I think the reason that I've asked so many times is just the way that because what the story did for me at the time that you told it to me, the only reason I exist is because these people
No, I'm sorry.
don't exist? No, don't be sorry. Mom, I'm so glad you told me. Like, I'm so glad you told me.
That's good for me.
Because otherwise, you know, you would have not told anybody. You know, that's why, you know, that's part of why I want to ask these questions and stuff, is because, you know, it's,
Yeah,
it's
no,
as
that
much
makes
for
sense.
you as it is for me. Without knowing a little bit about them, I feel like I'm, you know, so much of who I've become was defined by that moment in your classroom when you told me that stuff. You know, a lot of my darkest days and brightest days are because of that stuff. And yeah, that's why I want to know their names, you know?
I don't know.
3.9 Tech Honda Robot. WAMQHD 105.1.
I think everything's hidden in plain sight. Kind of depends on your perspective. You know, there's a deer in the woods. You can see the deer. Depends what's in the background. The background's what messes everything up. Just like your perspective of things. You know, a deer standing with backdrop of brown woods, you don't see the deer. It's still there. You can still focus on it if you know where it is. But if it's standing in a white field, you can see it plain as day. It's the same thing with everything. You know, your prejudice. You don't see things because it's all camouflaged. Either in your mind, you know, you camouflage things because you don't see things because you believe one thing that's not true. That's camouflage. I don't know.
You know, all the time or anything like that. That's not what I'm asking for. You know, and I understand you felt cornered in the past when I've asked you, and I don't think it's been the right way to do it. Because I don't think I've been able to formulate why I want to know until now.
Yeah.
You met at college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a veteran, actually. He saw battle and everything.
What branch?
He was in the Army, I guess.
Okay.
He was a medic.
Okay.
We actually met in a bar.
How long were you married before he was born?
Family was, well, I was pregnant when we got married.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of why. Yeah.
And then how old was he? Like 3? When it all happened?
Yeah, little guy.
What was his name?
Ryan.
Ryan?